Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors and salutations to the elders, the apostles and bishops, Akim and Akwath of Great Millstone, holding on to the testimony of the Lord Hamashiach Yahweh Shai throughout the four corners of the earth in these challenging days and times. Yeah, so just gonna be a short lesson, to get Akim motivated and prepared for major changes that are gonna be coming to the ministry. All right. So you always know that the Lord always puts certain events into motion. All right. Put certain things into action so that our people that are meant to receive this gospel can wake up. All right. So there's going to be several events that take place that the Lord will have to use to encourage our people to seek Him early before the doors of mercy close. So from the book of Matthew chapter 29, this is what Yahweh Shai experienced. He saw the state. He saw the state of mind of our people and the need for them to be guided in the right path. So Matthew chapter 9 verse 36 is this. But when Yahushua saw the multitude, he was moved with compassion on them, because they fainted and were scattered abroad as sheep having no shepherd. Yep. So that's the experience that will come upon you. That's involved in the ministry of the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai, you committed to this responsibility, this obligation. You're going to experience this. You're going to be moved with compassion. You're going to be moved with excitement. You're going to be agitated to take actions to improve the state of mind of our people. And Yahweh said this to the disciples: the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. So what does that mean? The ministry is going to expand. All right, you're going to have more hands, coming in to assist the spread of this message, the spread of the good news. Just like you have folks that sell newspapers, these teenagers that run around from neighborhood to neighborhood on their bikes, on their skateboards, they have that paper route. That's what it's going to be like for the men of the Lord. Just like they have different camps all over the world. That's your paper route. That's how you spread the gospel. You're spreading the good news. Extra, read all about it. The Lord Hamashiach Yahushua is on his way to deliver our people, all right, the children of Israel, all right, the so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, all right. The harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. So expect an expansion. Expect more able-bodied Israelites that are sincere about this ministry to be joined, all right, onto it. Okay, so verse 38 says this: pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. And that's exactly what has been manifesting ever since the apostles of Great Millstone, were out there on the highways and byways, and they took advantage of the internet, namely YouTube. It's been growth ever since, So That's how the Lord operates, man. The Lord will always make a way for more people to come in, for the harvest to be managed as quick as possible, So that's exactly what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward for the harvest to be managed properly. The harvest has to take place. The harvest has to take place, whether we like it or not. It's gonna be a a huge one, a huge one. So the Lord's gonna have to get more men out there to preach the gospel. More of our people are gonna wake up. Even those that don't really get a chance to go out there in the highways and byways, by them spreading the word, hey, our people are gonna wake up. So that's how the Lord is gonna make things happen. And when you read the parable of the penny, hey, those that wake up at the 11th hour, they still considered laborers. All right. So it's a beautiful thing, to know that the Lord is gonna make openings. It's gonna put out that job fair, for folks to join His ministry. It's gotta be screened, and you just gotta pray that you make it all the way to the end. So the book of John, chapter 21. Verse 15 and 16 said this. So when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yes, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my lambs. This is what Lord Yahushua told the apostle Peter. Feed my lambs. And then it says it one more time. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Yes, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my sheep. All right. And then verse 17, he said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, Lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things, that thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, Feed my sheep. And that is that whispering voice that you hear behind you, especially those that are in the ministry of the Lord of Mashiach Yahushua that have been called. You just got to put out the message out there. You have to put out the food and nutrition for our people to feast on and to get nourishment. That's exactly what this word is, And when this message has been passed on from generation to generation, what do you expect is happening? Those that need the nutrition are going to be fed. And that's exactly what the Lord expects us to be a part of. You have to feed the sheep. You have to feed the flock. The shepherd, designated a group of people to preach the word out there on the highways and byways, even on the internet too. Why? Because the sheep needs to be fed. All right. He was moved with compassion. So we're going to be moved with compassion. You're going to feel that sense of urgency to make our people know exactly what the Lord Mashiach Yahushua intends to do, because he needs to gather his sheep together back into the fold. Okay? So another precept will be from the book of Acts. Acts chapter 2. And then you read 46 to 47. And they, continuing daily with one accord, these were the folks, the Israelites that believed on the message that the apostles were entrusted with from the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai. Okay, Acts chapter 2, verse 46. And they, continuing daily with one accord in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, did eat their meat with gladness and singleness of heart, praising Yahweh Bashim Ashai Bashim Kakadash, and having favor with all the people. And the Lord added to the church daily such as should be saved. All right, so that's a good example of the harvest. A good example of laborers, getting the work done and making sure that the sheep is taken care of. All right, and that's exactly what we need to remember. No matter how hard things are, always remember what Yahushua experienced. He was moved with compassion. So you also have to be moved with compassion to see your own people, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to return unto the Lord. So there has to be an opportunity, for laborers to step forward, and that's exactly what the Lord Hamashiach Yahushai is doing, calling to the marriage, calling to the marriage. And extra precept from the book of Colossians chapter 4. And then when we look at verses 5 and 6, it says, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. So as a man of the Lord, you already know exactly what you need to do. The wisdom the Lord Hamashiach Yahushua has committed unto thee, you have to apply it based on the time you're in, the times you're living in, where you find yourself, according to the prophecy. You have to apply that wisdom. And then verse 6 says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. Yeah, so that's exactly what you need to do. You don't distract from the gospel. You're basically on the point, redeeming the time. That's exactly what it's all about. Redeeming the time. Why? Because you need to use every opportunity you have to make the point. Make the point, move on to the next point. Make the point, move on to the next point. That's how you operate in this ministry. You give the answers, you move on to the next questions, and then you give the answers. All right. That's what this ministry is about. It's about giving the answers to those that have questions. All right. They have to feed, that gap. Okay. So just to wrap this up, just go to the book of 1 Peter chapter 3. And then you go to verse 15. It says, but sanctify the Lord in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. All right? Redeeming the time, because of what? The day of the Lord is coming. The day of darkness and gloominess. So you already know it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord. You don't want to be experiencing the wrath of the Lord as a true church in those days. You want to be shielded. You're going to have an opportunity of hope. And that's exactly what this message is about, man. The opportunities of hope. Opportunities to reach out to our people with compassion. All right? to return to the Lord, you know. So that's the whole point there, Hakim Abarataza. You've been edified, and hey, learn to redeem the time and apply wisdom. You have to feed the sheep. You don't have time to be carried away, with unnecessary worries, okay? So just focus on the details, focus on the facts, and give the people, give the sheep, what is necessary. Get straight to the point. There's no need for giving long speeches. Just move on. You accomplish one task, move on to the next one. From the milk to the meat. That's how this ministry is. It's about a balance. People gotta get the information they need to grow, and then from there they become experienced, and then they repeat the same process with another person. That's a whole situation about getting laborers for this ministry. So that's the point that I came up. You've been edified by Hashem Ashai, by Hashem Kalkadash. To then, Shalom.